Hello students. Now we shall look at the second numerical on hydel power plants. The runoff data of a river at a particular site is tabulated below. So the runoff data of a river at a particular site is tabulated below. So you have got two columns. One is the month and second is the mean discharge per month in millions of cubic meters. This year earlier problem it was meter cube per second. Now it is given as millions of cubic meter for that particular month. Please understand this discharge whatever is given 40 million of cubic meter for 1 month it is. Okay. Earlier problem was directly it was meter cube per second, but here it is million of cubic meter per month. Okay. Now you can see in this table what they are given: January 40, February 25, March 20, April 10, May 0. So here in the month of May it is 0, means there is no runoff. Okay, discharge, that is 0. Then June 50, July 75, August 100, September 110, October 60, November 50 and December 40. So the runoff data for the river for all the 12 months is given. In 1 month, May particularly, it is 0. Okay. And now what is the minimum value here? Minimum value is 0. Then it starts from 10 and the maximum value in somewhere August, September, it is 110. Millions of cubic meter per month. Now draw a hydrograph and find the mean flow. First we have to draw the hydrograph and find the mean flow. Second, also draw the flow duration curve. Okay, we have seen earlier in earlier numerical that when we are drawing the hydrograph or the flow duration curve, the time we will take in the x-axis and the discharge we will take in the y-axis. Okay. Also find the power in megawatt. Power in megawatt. Mega means 10 raised to 6. Like million is also 10 raised to 6. Okay. Megawatt available at the mean flow. Find the power in megawatt available at mean flow if the head available is 80 meters. So here the head available is 80 meters and the overall efficiency of the generation is 85%. So two data they are given. That head is 80 meters and the overall efficiency of generation is 85%. So we have to find out the power in megawatt available at the mean flow, because now the flow rate is varying right from 0 to 110. Okay, and take each month as 30 days. Consider each month to be of 30 days. Now to plot the hydrograph is very simple. As you have seen, we'll again plot the hydrograph here. X-axis I will write months: J, F, January, February, M, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So we are denoted by alphabets: J, F, M, A and all. Okay. The y-axis we have taken the discharge, that is millions of cubic meter per month. Okay, this is the millions of cubic meter per month. So you can see in January it was 40, February it was 25, March it was 20, April around 15, May 0, then June, July 75, August 100, September 110, that is a peak, 110 is a peak flow. Then this was the rising lump and then the falling limb. Falling limb is October is 60, November is 50 and December is 40 millions of cubic meter per month. Okay, so this way we can plot the hydrograph and you can see for the month of May that it is 0, discharge is 0. Okay. Now what is the mean flow? Now whatever the values are given for 12 months. Now I will write that mean discharge of the given data is 40 for January, 25 for February, 20 plus 10 plus 0 for May, plus 50 plus 75 plus 100 plus 110 plus 60 plus 50 plus 40. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 months I have put in the numerator. Okay, other discharges divided by 12 months. So now I get the value as 48.33 million of cubic meter per month. So this is the mean discharge. Why we have to calculate the mean discharge? Because we have to also calculate the power developed at the mean discharge. In the problem part C, they asked power developed at mean discharge. So that is 48.33 millions of meter cube per month. Now to draw the flow duration curve. Again flow duration curve very simple. Like we will write the discharge in the ascending order. So it starts from 0. Earlier problem it was starting from 100, but here it is starting from 0 and the maximum is 110. So whatever are the values for 12 months, 0, 10, 20, 25, 40, 50, 60, 75, 100, 110. These are the 12 values for the different months written in ascending order. And then number of months it is available. 0 is available for all the 12 months. Okay. Then 10 is available for 11 months. Then 20 discharge, that is millions of meter cube, is available for 10 months. So this whatever months are available, 25 is available for 9 months. So I will write the total number of months available for that discharge is available. And accordingly, as we have discussed earlier, so I will divide this 100 by 12, that is 8.3. For 1 month it becomes 8.3, and 2 means we will multiply 8.3 into 2, it is 16.7. Then 3, 4, and like that 12 is 100. Okay, so 1 month will be 8.3 and 12 months will be 100% of time. So this is how you calculate the percentage time. Why? Because percentage time we will consider it as a x-axis and the discharge we will consider it as y-axis when you are plotting the flow duration curve. Now you will see the flow duration curve. So you can see here flow duration curve is given here. X-axis is a time, percentage time from 0 to 100%. Okay, that 10, 20 we are divided into 10 equal parts. And the discharge on the y-axis we are taken as 10, 20 because maximum is 110. Okay, so 1 centimeter is equal to 10. We have considered that. And now we are plotting. So you can see 0 is 12. Okay, but 10 is for 11 months. Okay, 110 is for 10% of time. Then 100 meter cube per month is million meter cube per month is for 20 months. Sorry, 20% of time. Similarly, you can plot the various various plots. 10 to 11 points we will get. 12th was on 110. Okay. So you will get this 12 point, and you will that for example last 90% of time is 10 meter cube, millions of meter cube per month. So then when you plot all these points, you will join all the points with a smooth curve, and this becomes the flow duration curve. Okay, means the you can see this 110 million meter cube is only available for 10% of the time, but whereas 10 million meter cube of per month is available for 90% of the time, and the mean value was 48.33 millions of meter cube per month. Okay, now the last part is we have to see the how the power which can be generated. So the equation, we have to do two calculations. First, this discharge was given in millions of meter cube per month. So I will convert this millions of meter cube into meter cube per second. Okay, I will convert this into millions of meter cube per second. Now you can see Q, discharge in meter cube per second, is given by 48.33. That million I have taken it as a 10 to 10 raised to the power 6. Okay, divided by, now to make it per second, you have to take 30 days in a month. So 30 into, in 1 month there are 24 hours, in 1 day there are 24 hours. So 24 into 24, and in 1 hour there are 3600 seconds, that is 60 into 60, 60 minutes and 60 seconds. So 3600 into 24 into 30 in the denominator, divided which is the numerator is the 48.33, that is mean discharge. Million means we have multiplied with 10 raised to 6. So okay, this value, this will be the discharge in meter cube per second. Now the second equation is to find out the average MW. Sorry, it is not MV, it is MW, megawatt of power. So what I will do, this is equal to efficiency into G, that is gravitational force 9.81 Newton per meter square. Okay, into H, that is the head available, into 1 by 100. Okay, so what the equation becomes, efficiency is 0.85, it is given. That G is 9.81, or W, small w is shown, 9.81, into H is 80, is given in the end, into 48.33 into 10 raised to power 6 divided by 30 into 24 into 3600. Okay, into 1 by 100. So you get the value as 12.4 megawatt. So this is the average power which we can generate. based on the average flow of 48.33 millions of meter cube per month. Okay, I would request you to please practice this numerical so that you will understand it better. So in this numerical we have seen three things. One is to plot the hydrograph. First we have plotted the hydrograph. Okay, then second we have calculate the mean flow. Third we have calculated the percentage time for the flow duration curve. Then we have plotted the flow duration curve, and lastly, considering the mean flow, we have found out the average power generation in megawatt. Okay, thank you. In the next class we will deal with one more problem.